Republican nominee, Richard Nixon, had been interfering in peace talks to build an Mr. Nixon approached the South Vietnamese side in the peace talks and told them to get out of these peace talks. Don't agree to a deal. You're getting suckered here. Just wait until after the election, when he, Richard Nixon, would be president, and he'd give them a much better deal. Nixon's intermediary was caught on tape, actually, telling South Vietnamese, just hang on through the election, hang on. Basically, don't end the war. We need the war to keep going through the election. Hold on until you get Nixon. And those communications to the South Vietnamese worked. I mean, at least the politics worked for Nixon. Nixon got elected. But he always denied that he had done anything to prolong the war for his own political purposes. He always denied that he had done anything to destroy that chance at peace in Vietnam. Always denied that. Yeah. Now we know that his novels were total bullpucky. The author of a new Nixon biography, a historian named John Farrell, has uncovered notes from Nixon's closest aide showing that Nixon directed his campaign to scuttle the peace talks. October 22nd, 1968, notes taken by that staffer, H.R. Haldeman, show that Nixon told him to monkey wrench his efforts to start peace negotiations. But any other way to monkey wrench it? Anything RNA Richard Nixon can do. Nixon also directed his vice presidential candidate, Spiro Agnew, to threaten the CIA director, Richard Helms, about peace negotiations. The notes were go see Helms, tell him we want the truth, or he hasn't got the job. He won't stay on as director of the CIA once I'm president unless he does what I want here. Nothing like threatening the CIA director. That's one way to get kind of paranoid that maybe your intelligence agencies might turn on you, but there are people that will happen. In the months before President-elect Nixon took office, he was so skeptical of intelligence agencies in the United States government that he refused to accept the intelligence briefings offered by the outgoing administration. He didn't take a single face-to-face meeting with the CIA staff that was in place specifically to provide transition support to him. The intelligence community sent Nixon's transition, they sent them envelopes containing the presidential daily brief since he wouldn't do a face-to-face briefing. At the end of his transition period, his office returned all of the envelopes unopened. He was convinced that the intelligence communities were all politically biased, they were political players, they'd been working behind the scenes to get his opponent elected. For nearly 50 years, Richard Nixon was the only president-elect to openly distrust the intelligence community without having a degree. For now.
But it seems like you have a tendency, just looking at it from the outside, to doubt American intelligence when it comes to Russian hacking and trying to just better understand why it's
Well, I just want them to be sure, because it's a pretty serious charge, and I want them to be sure. And if you look at the weapons of mass destruction, that was a disaster, and they were wrong. And so I want them to be sure. I think it's unfair if they don't know. And I know a lot about hacking, and hacking is a very hard thing to prove. So it could be somebody else. And I also know things that other people don't know, and so they cannot be sure of this situation.
what you know that other people don't know.
You'll find out on Tuesday or Wednesday.
I know a lot about hacking. I know things that other people don't know. They cannot be sure of the situation. So far we don't know what Mr. Trump knows that the rest of us do not know. Maybe we will find out tomorrow or Wednesday, although his campaign says don't hold your breath. We have seen this kind of strange relationship with the intelligence community before. It was earned in very different ways then. It was weird then, it's weird now, but at least there is some precedent. Not a good precedent. There is some precedent.
We had a big election. We haven't had a chance to catch up with you, so it's good to be with you.
Why were Congressman? Are you taking a victory lap? Is that what you're doing?
No. In fact, I with some interest read your tweets about the election of 140 years ago. The Tilden Hayes conflict, was that a relative of yours?
That Hayes was in these United States way before the Hayeses of my ancestors were.
Not a Republican in your background. That's what I was trying to figure out.
My grandfather, boy, man, he was all in.
entertainment your way.
Ace is a place with the helpful hardware, folks.
LED, halogen, watts, lumens. I just need some light bulbs.
Light bulbs don't have to be confusing. We have all the answers and a huge selection.
The right bulbs are right in your neighborhood. Like LEDs that last up to 10 years and offer 80% energy savings. Right now, during our best bulb sale of the season, get a 4-pack of 40 or 60 watt equivalent LEDs for just $6.99. That's less than $2 per bulb. Only at Ace, the place recognized by JD Power 10 years in a row.
Traffic is backed up with an accident on the freeway that has been cleared.
Just when heartburn hits, fight back fast with Tums Smoothies. It starts dissolving the instant it touches your tongue and neutralizes stomach acid at the source. Smoothies, only from Tums.
I had the dream again. When I was on the Icelandic game show, everyone knows me for discounts like Safe Driver and paperless billing, but nobody knows the box behind the discount. Oh, it's like my father always told me. Put that down. That's expensive. Of course I save people an average of nearly $600, but who's gonna save me? And that's when I realized I'm allergic to wasabi. Well, I feel better.
It's been 5 minutes.
Talk about progress.
You don't let anything keep you sidelined. That's why you drink Ensure with 9 grams of protein and 26 vitamins and minerals. For the strength and energy to get back to doing what you love. Ensure, always be you.
A few years ago, the great Steve Bennett, who writes the blog for our show, he picked up a few years ago on something that had been going mostly unnoticed in Beltway politics, which is that when it comes to the Sunday morning political shows, Republican guests consistently outnumber the Democrats. We're talking about the 5 major political shows that air every Sunday morning. Starting in 2013, Steve started compiling a list of every guest on every Sunday show. And lo and behold, in that first year, turned out Republicans took up 10 of the top 13 spots. Leading the way was former House Intelligence Committee Chairman, Republican Congressman Mike Rogers. He made 27 appearances that first year. He did the same list again in 2014. Once again, Mike Rogers came out on top. In 2014, not a single Democrat featured in the top 10. 2015, Mike Rogers retired. Replacing him at the top of the Sunday show rankings was Donald Trump, but the pattern of Republican dominance continued. In 2015, out of the top 20 guests on the Sunday shows, 4 of the 20 were Democrats. 4. And that brings us to 2016. Steve has again gone through the process of crunching the numbers, so the rest of us can just relax and yell at the TV. But again, turns out Republicans were overrepresented on the Sunday shows. They took up 12 of the top 16 spots in 2016. But this time we got a new leader, and it was not a Republican. First time it's happened. Except, of course, it wasn't a Democrat either. #1 spot. First time ever, Bernie Sanders, independent senator from Vermont. 2016, Bernie Sanders blew the competition out of the water. He appeared on the Sunday shows 70 times, almost doubling the president-elect who came in second place. Senator Sanders was supposed to be with us here live on this show tonight. Due to weather-related issues, he could not get here in time. I'm sorry about that, but I think tomorrow night, we are going to be joined by 2 of the biggest power brokers, power sources, power senators in the Democratic Party. One of whom is well known, but nobody knows exactly what kind of a leader he's going to be, Chuck Schumer. And one of whom is very well known, but nobody exactly knows how he's going to fit into the new Democratic Party, Bernie Sanders. The new Democratic leader in the Senate, Chuck Schumer, will be with us tomorrow night. I plan to ask him about what the Democratic Party is going to do in the age of Trump. We will also, I think, have the aforementioned Bernie Sanders, who has kindly agreed to come back, even though Old Man Winter kept him away tonight. He's juggling our schedule so he can try to join us tomorrow to talk with me about my many questions about what he's going to do. So, big night tomorrow night. Chuck Schumer and, we think, Bernie Sanders. We'll see that. That does it for us tonight. See you again tomorrow. Now it's time for the last word with Lawrence O'Donnell. Good evening, Lawrence. Happy New Year.
I believe that's what we call a quorum in the
Yes.
Senate to have.
That's exactly right. I won't
Leader
look
and Bernie Sanders.
Yes.
It's going to be a great night.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Larry.
Rachel. Well, a lot of people have been wondering this weekend whether Donald Trump committed treason this weekend. It's not the first time people have wondered about that online, and it's probably not the last. We have the answer for you. We have the answer to that question of did Donald Trump commit treason, and we have a model from the past of a presidential candidate in Donald Trump's situation. dealing with a foreign country in a way that people suspect Donald Trump has been dealing with Russia. All of that coming up.
Hacky is a very hard thing to prove, so it could be somebody else.
He needs to stop denigrating the intelligence community. He's going to rely on them.
And I also know things that other people don't know. You'll find out on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Is he holding